And a look at the status here of both teams, injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
They say misery loves company, and both teams now suffering with injuries. But in the end, it balances out.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. They've got Porter, Aaron Gordon out there with Bull. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the 1. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
Porter passes to Bull. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's Leonard. Jackson dishes to Leonard. A shot by George, wide open. Los Angeles with another miss.
3 straight misses to begin this contest and already starting to look frustrated.
Here's Bull. Count it, good.
Yeah, inside, Bolt does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. George, no good.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket. And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Now, here's George. Over to the wing. Zubac finds George. 6 on the shot clock. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Zubac, that's good.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Morris against Rondo. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now here's Leonard. Zubac kicks to George. Leonard attacking for 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Jokic with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Jokic, no good.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Off target with his 3. The Nuggets leading by 6. On the wing, Porter. He dishes it to Millsap. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
The ball handling of Millsap, enabling him to create off the bounce.
LA's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. 56 seconds left to play in the first. Rondo gets the bucket.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Now Morris. No points in the game yet for him. Jokic passes to Gordon. He kicks to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
And here's Rondo. Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. George against Porter. Off on the layup. And the wide open shot from Morris. Jokic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And so it's Denver going into the break with a 10-point lead. The defensive work.
Selfless. I mean, you need to
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Kennard is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Batum, and it's Mann in at the 3 slot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Now, here's Kennard. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Kennard for 3. Offensive rebound.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
No good from Cousins.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
And it's McGee with the jam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Beverly deciding where to go with it. To the paint. Whoops, they pick off the pass. McGee with it. He's picked up by Cousins. Harrison in the corner. Now here is McGee. Back to Harrison. Just 5 on the clock. Rivers finds Millsap. From deep. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. For the Clippers, Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Clippers trail by 12. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Left side Jackson. And he lays it straight in. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive.
Oh, that was something else.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And Cousins kicks to Jackson. And they pick up 2. Jackson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And don't kid yourself about Cousins. He has the ability to see the whole floor, and he's willing to share the wealth.
And the pass to Gordon. The shot misses. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Jackson dishes to Cousins. Gordon inside. It's stolen by Morris. Porter against Kennard.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man. Denver
leading by 8. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Harrison. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And again, Denver no good. The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Here's Harrison. 50 seconds left to play here in the half. And he makes that one. Harrison's got his first basket of the night. Clippers trail by 8. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Porter with the steal. Pass to Harrison. Back to Gordon. A floater, and the layup is up and in. And it's a 10-point Denver lead.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
And here's Jackson. Dishes it to Cousins. Back to Jackson. And stolen by Bull. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They lead by 10. And that's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Oh, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Cole is out there with Jokic. And it's Green. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Chanchar in at the 3. Denver leading by 10. Morris passes to Green. Back to Morris. Here's the 3. Bull with it. Morris is there. Here's Chanchar. The three-pointer off the mark. The Clippers shooting for the game at 42%. Leonard with no one around. And George able to finish.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Morris against Jackson. Morris passes to Green. The Nuggets with another miss.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Now how they envision this one.
Took him no time at all on that one. George has got his second basket of the night.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Outside, Green. Pass to Morris. 6 to shoot.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
A nice shot by George.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can. Finally, now 1 for 5 here in the third. We'll see if that boosts their confidence.
Jackson looking around. From outside the arc. George, no good. The Nuggets leading by 6. Green, the pass to Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Bull. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Outside Leonard. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. The offensive rebound on the wing, Morris. From deep, George. Clippers moving the ball around. Zubac's no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
George against Jokic. The Clippers grab the miss. Jokic with the steal. Morris with the block.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
Bull, that's good.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Zubac, Los Angeles with another miss.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
To the inside. And the dunk by Bull.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Jackson from long range. Morris finds George. To halt the run, he lays it in. George has got 8 points.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
There's Green with the three. Here's Jokic, and the rejection by Leonard. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Batum with the steal. Beverly against Rivers. Kennard, the pass to man. Beverly with the ball. Kennard on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Beverly against Rivers. And Batum kicks to Cousins. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Batum passes to Kennard. Inside, stolen by McGee. Lets the three fly. And that one released in time, but no good.
And that's all you can ask for from DeMarcus. He finds a way to compete. Terrific effort at the defensive end.
And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Rajon Rondo. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Beverly in a 2-guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Porter against Beverly. Kennard, the pass to Batum. Zubac kicks to Beverly. Back to Zubac. Stolen by McGee. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Launches a three. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 13. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Back to Kennard. The tray. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And McGee kicks to Gordon. McGee, the pass to Harrison. Back to McGee. On the wing, Porter. And a miss there on the triple. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. Back to Porter. Harrison passes to Gordon. He feeds it to Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
No finesse that time. Millsap attacking the rim.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. And they double up Rondo. Kennard the pass to Zubac. Now the dish to Beverly. Zubac kicks to Kennard. No good. Shot missing. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And an intentional foul right there. Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I play, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
From deep, George. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Morris outside. There's the feed to Millsap. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Nuggets lead by 17.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
The strength and body control of Reggie Jackson gives him an edge against physical defense, potential and one.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. The free throw drops for Jackson. The Nuggets leading by 14. There's 1:26 left in the game. Pass to Rivers. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by the Clippers. Kicks it out to Leonard. And that one hits back iron.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Nuggets.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jokic.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
And here's Leonard from three. Rebound by JaVale McGee. Rivers passes to Najee. And the turnover again by Denver. And here's Los Angeles. They trail by 14. George dishes to Leonard. Shot and game clock separated by 5. The pass to Beverly. George looking over the floor. Los Angeles with another miss. Outside Millsap. Offensive rebound. Porter. From the arc. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. Mavericks arriving at the building earlier today. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Josh Richardson. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the 1. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. There's the triple. Zubac, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And the dunk by Jackson.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter, just over a minute played. Doncic passes to CLA Stein. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by George. The 10-footer.
Well, the quickness of Paul George on defense is something that very few players possess. I think he does a fantastic job rushing guys because of his presence.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Richardson. CLA Stein finds Porzingis. Richardson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. From deep. Doncic, no good. Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
And I remember when Doncic was first at...
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Richardson. CLA Stein kicks to Porzingis. Dallas again missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's in there.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Trey Burke's checked in for the Mavericks. Mavericks trail by 7. Brunson the pass to Burke. Powell in the high post. It's good.
Yeah, and I think Powell is terrific in the pick and roll. Knows how to dive after he sets the screen.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Leonard inside, covered by Reddick.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Now here's Burke. Pass to Hardaway, 18 feet out. They get it again. A second chance effort. Back to Powell. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 15-6 run. And Cousins kicks to Rondo. Now here's Beverly. He's covered closely. A shot by Batum, no good. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
And the dunk by Powell.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
Beverly for 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
And the dunk by Powell.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Batum. Rebounded by Hardaway. Outside, Redick. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers lead by 3. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
On the floor for Dallas, they've got Willie Cauley-Stein. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. The wide open look here for Porzingis. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. George is checked in for Patrick Beverly. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Los Angeles.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied. Fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
Richardson against Jackson. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down to 2 as they get the bucket from Richardson. For Los Angeles, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And George, here we go.
Look at how high George gets off these drives to the hoop. Banging it down with the violence of a madman.
On the wing, Doncic. Porzingis at the elbow. Back to Doncic. Good on the bucket. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
And George, here we go. Zubac finds Leonard. They get it back. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 4.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Doncic. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Morris has got his first bucket of the night.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Richardson outside, and now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Clippers leading by 4. Beverly feeling it out a bit. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And stolen by Reddick. Stripped it away. Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
That's not too difficult for DeMarcus Cousins now. I like that he doesn't settle for the layup there. Instead, throws it down.
Brunson the pass to Reddick. Powell against Cousins. And the dunk by Powell.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
This offense just continues to impress.
Yeah, getting hotter and hotter. They're really cooking now. Actually, cooking with gas, and you know what kind of heat that is.
Now the pass to Reddick. From deep three-point range, the Clippers grab the miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The Clippers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
You know, a confident shooter who does a little of everything but Batum is a valuable cog who plays his role well.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Brunson against Kennard. Powell kicks to Burke. Tipped away and stolen by Cousins. Man passes to Cousins. Up and in on the layup. Cousins has got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Now, here's Beverly.
Oh, I love the aggressive mindset Beverly has. I mean, that's really what makes him special. He's not afraid of getting bumped, especially when he's going to the bucket.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. Both free throws good from Beverly. Got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. Right out of the gates, it was the Clippers setting the tone. Amped up and ready off the... That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley Stein. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Jackson drives in, and the dunk by Jackson.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
18 feet out. Finney-Smith. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from George. Fires it up. Jackson can't get that one to fall.
Or the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
And here's George for three. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And some changes here for the Mavericks. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Brunson. Here's Powell. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Powell's got 12 points in the game.
And a five-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Brunson with a clean look, and it's off from three-point range. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Fouled on the shot and pick, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Hardaway passes to Brunson. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Outside for Batum. Back to Beverly. Over in the corner, Batum. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kennard. And he converts the layup. Kennard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds him. Great feel for the game.
Brunson finds Burke. And he's going up for the alley-oop and the dunk by Powell.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited. Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Brunson the pass to Powell. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Yeah, really good to see Powell playing within the offense and taking quality shots and riding his hot hand.
Beverly dishes to Cousins. It's tipped. And here is Burke. Hardaway passes to Powell. Here's Mann. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees a teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Outside Hardaway. Kennard with the rebound. Here's Mann, and the powerful one-handed slam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust.
And so it's Los Angeles, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And there's Porzingis. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. Jackson passes to Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. Just 4 to shoot. This one for 3. Leonard, no luck.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Here's Richardson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Richardson's got it back down to single digits for the Mavs. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And George kicks to Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Clippers lead by 10.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Richardson outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Hondo comes in for Reggie Jackson. Mavericks trailed by 8. Richardson outside. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Rondo drives in, drops in the layup for 2. Rondo's got his first basket.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
And an intentional foul right there. Both teams will make substitutions. And it's the Mavericks with the ball, trailing here by 8. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. To the middle, here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Now Beverly, and J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Here's George. Kicks to Leonard. From downtown. But they recover it. It's up a 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Doncic, and the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Yeah, you know, that was out of his reach anyway, so I don't even know why he made that effort. No need to commit the foul there.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here. You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Clippers leading by 6. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. Richardson against George. And it's George finishing it off.
Just befuddling body control from George. I mean, taking the hit like a man and still getting all the way to the basket.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Out to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Cauley Stein. That shot no good. Nice D from Cousins. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Beverly. Clock at 6. A three from Leonard. Outside for George. Shoots the three. He can't hit that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag. Fortitude and want to. That's what Richardson is showing you there with that big bucket when they need it.
Pass to Leonard. There's the dish to Cousins. A shot by George. Wide open. No good from outside. Redick from deep three-point land. Can't get it to fall. So the Clippers with the win. It was a... All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. There it is, the Staples Center in Los. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Enes Kanter is out there with Giles. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard position. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the 4 slot. Now here's Covington. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Shot clock at 6. The 11-footer. The shot, no good. Here's Morris. The rebound by Giles.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against them. That's just great work inside.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
Man, how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now here's Leonard. And stolen by Lillard. And here we go with Giles running it up the court. Here's Simons. That one misses. The Clippers go the other way with it. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's George. Banked in off the glass.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Simons, the pass to Lillard. Beyond the arc. Drops in the tray. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Last break. Here come the Trailblazers. A nice shot by Simons.
Oh, an agile defender. Like seeing Covington take risks and go after steals from time to time.
Outside, George. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Great look, high percentage shot. That's the efficiency you're looking to establish.
Lillard finds Canner. Back to Lillard, takes a 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. And Portland with a change here, too. McCollum's checked in. He gets it in there.
Nice play by George. This is what size on the wing gives you. The option to pick your spot anywhere on the floor.
Now, here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. Pass to Canner. Back to Lillard. Fires the 3. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts.
Now, that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
Leonard attacking. Goes back up. Outside for George. Morris passes to Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Rondo. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, a guy that simply brings toughness to the hardwood. Rondo, he isn't bothered by those guys.
Lillard outside. 3-pointer. Hits the 3-point bomb. Lillard's got 11.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Cantor. Anthony comes in for Giles. Jones checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Powell in for Damian Lillard. Here's Anthony. It's blocked.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot blocking. Now, that's how you lead your teammate into an easy scoring chance. I love that assist.
Here's McCollum following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Nurkic finds McCollum. Back to Nurkic. And it's McCollum in the corner. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 3. Now Kennard. Cousins on the follow.
Such a massive guy. Cousins is a wrecking ball on the glass.
McCollum with the ball. Floats it up there for Nurkic.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched a puck.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got McCollum. Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Simons in at the point guard. And Portland making a change here. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Harry Giles comes in for Anthony. Robert Covington's checked in for Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for McCollum. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Zubac. The dish to Leonard. Back to Zubac, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Trailblazers leading by 5. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. The shot by Lillard, wide open. No good on the 3.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Pass to Kanter. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Lillard, the pass to Kanter. 6 to shoot. A 3-ball.
He's got 9 points on 3-pointers in the first quarter, but still looking for his first 3 of the second.
Short. And Covington sends it back. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Covington with the ball.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Beverly.
And the quick feet of Beverly really jetting it down the open court for high percentage opportunity.
Back to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. Good for another field goal. Number 5 on the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Here's George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
The pass to Nurkic. Jackson against McCollum. The dive for the ball. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. Here's Jackson. And it's all evened up.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Portland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Teardrop shot. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Hands it from downtown. McCollum's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jackson against McCollum. Pass to Kennard from deep. Here's Cousins. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Nurkic. Jones dishes to Carmelo. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And now a 3-point Trailblazer lead. The Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Jackson down low. He's guarded by McCollum. Batum passes to Cousins. Jackson has the open look. Drills the three-pointer. Jackson's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
The catch and shoot, Jay, is lethal when used correctly. Easy to see why Jackson likes it so much.
Cullen passes to Nurkic. Fires for 3. McCollum, no good.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter. Settling for shots. He'd be better off passing them.
Here's Jackson. Hands it from short range. Jackson's got 7 points.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Nurkic finds McCollum. Back to Nurkic. It's McCollum on the wing. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Batum. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as well. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were always within striking distance. And that's a wrap.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Opportunistic defense on that possession, guys.
Portland with the ball. 4-point game. Lillard with it. Leonard picks him up. And he comes up with the deuce. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
George. Zubac trying to break loose. George, no good. And Zubac picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Portland trailing here. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Jacks up a three.
And arguably the game's most versatile defender, Leonard can legitimately guard 1 through 5. Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's George. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Pass to Simons. And he uses both hands to jam it in. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Cantor, and Anthony subbed in for Giles. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Covington with the steal. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
And don't sleep on Lillard's vertical. When he's going strong to the bucket, he's capable of throwdowns like these.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalties.
A different look now for Portland. Jones checked in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell comes in for Anthony Simons. And McCollum subbed in for Damian Lillard.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
Here's McCollum. Following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Anthony kicks to Powell. And here's McCollum for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. McCollum's got 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
It's stolen by Anthony. Powell with it, guarded now by Jackson. Here's Jones, and Jones slams it home.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Now, here's Kanong. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Man can't hit. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's Jones. Powell kicks to Anthony. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. He's got 8.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Jackson. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. And the dunk by Powell.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Jackson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Oh, really, Jackson excels when the defense gets physical with him. He's more than up for any challenge.
McCollum outside. Passes it to Nurkic. Launches it. McCollum, no good.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
To the paint. And he jams it with authority.
And that's Jackson's job out there, distributing the rock to his open teammates.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. McCollum against Jackson. Here's Anthony. Lays it up off the glass. Anthony's got his second bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
as a kid, Jackson saw a lot of the world. His dad was in the Air Force, so he lived in Italy, England, North Dakota, Florida, Colorado. He was all over the place.
The pass to Simons. Back to Lillard. For the three. The shot that time, not on target. And so it's Portland with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Enes Kanter. Giles is out there with Anthony. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the 2 guard. Leonard against Lillard. Pass to Kanter. Three-pointer. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Kanter. Lillard's got 19 points.
With his ability to accelerate, defenders have to be careful against Lillard. It's either give him the three or risk the blow-by.
Here's Leonard. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is, but no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Simons. Lets it go with the three. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Floats one up, and the rejection by Zubats. Here's Leonard, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call. Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Portland leading by 4. Lillard, the pass to Simons. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Kicks it to Kanter. Wide open look. Kept alive. Lillard from outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 22.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Beverly against Lillard. And it's Beverly missing. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Beverly dishes to Leonard. Count that one. Leonard's got 7 now in this quarter.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
Lillard, the pass to Kanter. Back to Lillard, stolen by George. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. And Morris throws it down.
Wow, and Morris just trucking it down the court, showing a real desire to finish it in transition.
Lillard scanning the floor. It's Covington on the wing. Back to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by George. And there's the whistle. Called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. That free throw good from Leonard. Leonard hits them both.
As confident as he gets at the line. He wants to be up there in the tight ball game.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers. Portland also making some changes. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. McCollum no good. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Now, here's Lillard. Count the basket. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Lillard. Paul George making his last shot. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's an unforced error. That will drive a coach crazy. Got to play heads up out there.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. Here's George. On 11 left in the fourth quarter. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
Now, here's Lillard. Count it!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Here's Leonard. 46 seconds left in the fourth. Good.
And the fact that Leonard can pour it in like tonight, in addition to his defense, is really why he's one of the best two-way players we've ever seen.
Here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Lillard attacking.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
A rapper off the court, number 0 from the town, an elite point guard. And he has plenty of personality. He's a fun guy to be around.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac, and it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Stolen by McCollum. Jones against Leonard.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
If you got game, you got game. And we're starting to see more players come from small schools and go on to become special talents like McCollum. You don't see it too often, but it's definitely starting to happen. It shows you what happens when you put in the work.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 2. 11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Or they could take the lead if they play for the 3. Interesting decision.
Nobody near Leonard. Can't knock in the 3. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Still young with loads of upside. Nurkic is comfortable playing the enforcer. I mean, you can tell he wants to keep improving.
And here's George for 3. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the power forward. And for Denver, they've got Porter. Gordon out there with Bol. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Jokic in at center. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. Here's George. And both teams, Doris, battling injury.
Kevin, we have seen that when someone is injured, that means an opportunity for a bench player to show what they have. And the coaching staff maybe has to get a little bit more creative than usual.
Now, here is George. And again, it's the Clippers missing. An even 3-on-3 break. Porter passes to Jokic. And now, just over a minute played here in the first.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Outside, George. Now, here's Leonard. Back to George. Shot clock at 5, and Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. George against Porter. The 17-footer.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
LA's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him.
And here is Morris. After Paul George getting his 3 to go. Jokic finds Morris. A floater. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
And shot on the way, off the left rim and out.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
To the inside. And that one's good by Porter.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
1:56 left in the first. Here's George. That shot missing. Good defense by Jokic. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. Bol kicks to Jokic. It's Morris atop the key. Back to Jokic. Pass to Morris. 6 to shoot. Passes to Jokic. The shot comes out. The Clippers go the other way with it. Leonard, the pass to Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Fires the 3. And the 3 ball is good. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years. And if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Leonard. LA has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Jackson passes to Zubac. Outside Jackson. Outside Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, you're working the two-man game with Kawhi Leonard as your primary target. That's the first guy you need to stop.
Morris looking over the floor. Outside Gordon. Here's Bull, and the dunk by Bull.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. And Los Angeles guys shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Rivers against Beverly. Kicks to Morris. Shoots it. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. It's all tied in Denver. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've been.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And the Nuggets guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Here are the five the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Batum. Kennard is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's man in at the 3 spot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well. To when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Rondo with it, and we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Cousins, the pass to man. Clippers moving the ball around. And it's Beverly missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Najee, defended by Beverly. 5 on the clock. Najee passes to McGee, and it's good for 2. And now a 4-point Nugget lead.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
And they go to the intentional foul. Denver on D. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Aaron Gordon showing he can jump out of the gym. How about that alley-oop?
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Cousins against Jokic. And Cousins kicks to Beverly. Just 3 to shoot. And a wide open look for Rondo. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Inside, and stolen by Bull. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. Oh, and he can't cap off the break.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Outside Rondo. Down low, here's Cousins. And again, the turnover by the Clippers. And the Nuggets with some changes. Green's checked in for Bull. And Porter subbed in for Rivers. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. There's Harrison. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. There's the pass to Porter. Outside Gordon. Dishes it to Green. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Clippers trail by 8. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Over in the corner, Zubats. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Porter's running. Count it. Porter's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
Porter against George. No good again that time.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Porter, no luck. The Clippers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1.
That was worth the price of admission.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Harrison passes to Porter. Back to Harrison. Just his first attempt. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on level. And
happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Clippers trail by 8. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Michael Porter's out there with Harrison, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's JaMychal Green, and it's Gordon in at the 3, the small forward.
Kawhi Leonard's length lets him play bigger than his size.
Here's Harrison. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside Porter. 5 to shoot. He kicks it to Gordon. And here's Green outside. Denver keeping it going. A new 14-second clock. Here's Jokic. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Clippers trail by 6. George passes to Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Porter with the steal. And here we go. Shot by Gordon, wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And it's an 11-point Nugget lead. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers.
And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Morris kicks to Rivers. Morris outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Offensive rebound. Pass to Rivers. Rebound by the Clippers. Cousins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. From deep. And it's Beverly missing. Denver leading by 8. The 3. Najee, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Back to Cousins. To the inside. And Beverly kicks to Cousins. Pass to Kennard. 5 to shoot. Nice shot from 10 feet out. There's 1:47 left in the third quarter of the game. Passes it to Millsap. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Beverly, the pass to Kennard. In the corner, it's Morris. They get it back, and Cousins kicks to Kennard. He had a nice open look right there. Kennard's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Boy, that is absolutely gorgeous by DeMarcus Cousins. Run the offense through your big man, and he will find the open man.
Back to Rivers. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the third. Morris outside. Kennard, the pass to Morris. Poked away. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
So both teams changing it up here. 36 seconds left here in the third quarter. Morris against Beverly. Here's Bull. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bull. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Now Beverly kicks it to Batum. And there's the pass to Zubac. And stolen by Bull. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Gordon. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. And it's an 8-point Nugget lead.
You've got to stay between Aaron Gordon and the basket, particularly in transition. If you don't, you're toast.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
How about the agility, boy? Gordon knifing his way inside. Finishes with confidence. That's pretty.
Leonard on the wing. And here's Jokic. Outside Gordon. Jokic inside. Defended by George. Bull, the pass to Jokic. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Clippers trail by 13. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And that one's good. George.
Well, Paul George has always had that aspect to his game. The mid-range where he can be efficient and effective is absolutely on point.
For 3, Millsap. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Millsap with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Stolen by Jackson. George, that's a 2-pointer. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Jokic inside. Working on Zubac. Jokic with the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside, George. Leonard kicks to George. Shoots from the elbow. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Denver the other way. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. And it's Jokic missing. Clippers trail by 11. Jackson from long range. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Millsap. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, at 6'9", great athlete, Aaron Gordon can be a problem on the glass.
Here's Jackson. Outside for George. Leonard the pass to George. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Gordon. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Back to Millsap. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Gordon dishes to Millsap. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jokic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's blocked by Gordon.
How about the timing of Aaron Gordon? This guy has got the ability to rise up and send it back. Boy, you have to be cognizant of where people are when a shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Denver.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Aaron Gordon.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Over to the left wing. There's the 3. Another miss by Jokic. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. It's a 13-point game. Leonard, that's for 2. Outside for Jackson. Here's Oturu. It's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
And it's George again missing. Millsap passes to Bull. Here's Jokic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on George. Free throw, good. Jokic.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. DA.
Hey, Kevin.
Great stuff as always, DA. Thanks. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the 4. And for Dallas, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the shooting guard position. From outside off the mark, a guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
George with the ball. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Mavericks on D. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Pass to Finney Smith. Here's Hardaway. Cauley-Stein passes to Doncic. Clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Left side, George. Knocked loose. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Yeah, Paul George on the inside, comfortable knowing where he can get to, just tries to find a sliver of room in order to get that shot off.
Pass to Porzingis. Doncic outside. And that one is good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Oturu. Inside. And that one is good from Zubac.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Doncic. On the wing, Doncic. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. Redick surveying the D. Powell dishes to Redick. Over Kennard. Back to Redick. Over Kennard. The shot. Shot clock at 5. They get the rebound. Second chance shot. Goes up again. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back.
Yeah, Paul George not waiting around, wanting to get out in transition, run the floor, and become a dangerous weapon on the perimeter.
And here's Brunson. Outside, Redick. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. It's a 6-point game. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Now here's Brunson. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Redick against Beverly. Redick with the bucket.
JJ showing off a little bit of the in-between game. Redick exploiting the gaps in the defense on that possession.
Outside Rondo. It's deflected. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the pass to Melly. Back to Redick. To the middle. Here's Kleba. Rebound by the Clippers. Here's Rondo. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Right now, Rondo just cutting through there with not much effort, and the speed took over.
Here's Brunson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by 8. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the 2 guard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Mann. Guarded by Hardaway. Mann can't hit.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And here's Rondo. The Mavericks making the shot. Over in the corner, Beverly. Here's Cousins. Pass to Rondo. Out to the wing. Tries again. Dishes to Cousins. Outside for Rondo. Clock at 2. Los Angeles with another miss.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Maybe the length coming into play this time for Cauley Stein as he's up and over the top of everyone.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Pass to Cousins. Dish now to Rondo. Back to Cousins. Here's Mann. Guarded by Hardaway. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
Here's Finney Smith. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Here's Beverly. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Mavericks trailed by 4.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And the Mavericks with possession here after the basket by Los Angeles. It's Powell on the wing. Back to Brunson. Passes to Melly. To the paint. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Clippers leading by 4. Outside, George. The pass to Zubac. Back to George. Releases. And it's Melly with the rebound.
His touch from mid-range, and that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Dallas again missing. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Leonard on the wing. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 6.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. That one goes in. Howell's got his first points in this one.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
And George kicks to Jackson. From past the arc. Howell pulls it in. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
The Clippers shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. And George, here we go. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Brunson against Jackson. Brunson, good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Now here's Reddick. Feeds to Powell. And contact. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, an outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 10 points and 1.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, George is playing his skills today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4 slot. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
And it's Doncic missing. The Clippers in the lead. Here's George. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys. Now, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. George passes to Oturu. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And George, here we go, scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Leonard looking over the floor. Inside. Here's Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Zubac. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Burke comes in for Hardaway. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Pass to Rondo. No good. Nice D from Porzingis. The Mavericks trailing. The drive by Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
So impressive. The fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
Here's Batum following the score by Dallas. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Batum's got his first bucket in this one.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Doncic passes to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein doing what he does best on offense, looking to throw it down.
Doncic against Rondo. Here's Cousins, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
And they double up Doncic. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here is Dallas. Cauley-Stein kicks to Porzingis. Out to Doncic. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Doncic has got 11. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. Porzingis with the block.
You can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And sometimes as a point guard, you got to take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
Now, here's Doncic. 13 points in the game. Can't cash in from the high post. Here's Rondo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Porzingis.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
Both teams will make substitutions. And so Rondo hits both free throws. The Mavericks leading. 46 seconds left in the third. Powell trying to free himself up. Brunson, good. Brunson's got his second basket of the game.
You saw he altered his release, allowing him to get around his defender and then laid it in.
Rondo against Powell. And there it is for him. He's got 6.
A smart choice by Rondo, knowing when to shoot there. It's kind of a last option for him, but it's awesome when he picks his spots right.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Brunson. Now the feed to Powell. Batum with the steal. Here's the break. Here's Mann. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Yeah, there's no excuse right there for not covering one of the guys on the floor, and that's Rondo around the rim where he can score.
Outside, Redick, a three. He can't get that one. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Clippers lead by 1. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Maverick shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Then there's CLA Stein. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Here's George. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Doncic feeling it out. An easy 2 points on the layup. Doncic has got 11 in the second half.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, I'd be aware of Paul George, especially when he's that close. How about that throwdown?
Now, here's Doncic. Offensive rebound. And here's Porzingis for a 3. No good on that one. Zubac's with it. Out defended by CLA Stein. Batum for 3. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
He's one of the most uniquely built players in the NBA, and Kawhi Leonard draws contact often. I'm not sure he feels it, but he gets it.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
George looking around. He kicks it to Leonard. And the Clippers miss again. For Dallas, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in, and George gets it to go.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up, huge shot at this moment in the game.
Doncic outside. Outside, Porzingis. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Porzingis wanting it and gets it.
Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. 1:35 left here in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Leonard draws the double. Hardaway with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Here's Doncic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to foul him.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 2. 1:12 left to play here in the fourth. And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
Thanks so much, David.
With Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring. You get good playmaking and rebounding. You get a defender with active hands. There's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success.
Stolen by George. Here's Cousins, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Doesn't get talked about enough, but weak side cutting of DeMarcus Cousins into the open space. It makes the D react to him when he penetrates like that.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles.
And that's how you do it. Free throws can make a huge difference in a tight game.
Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
Leonard against Doncic. He dishes it to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Yes!
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Leonard attacking. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
Here's Finney-Smith. Money!
And big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Here's Leonard. Money!
Just a level of power and explosiveness. Leonard just tenacious at the rim.
And the Mavericks call time here. Six seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. Missed.
Well, height and length at that position for Paul George, that's problematic for a defender, and he used his size to draw the foul that time.
So the first one drops, and that gives them the lead. The second one is good. They're both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, free throws put them in an excellent position to win this thing now. It's all in the hands of the D.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 2. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Doncic. It's good! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. So Dallas will get the first possession. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. George against Brunson. Doesn't go that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein stepping up. Huge.
Here's Leonard. No good that time. Cauley-Stein with the defensive effort. Brunson finds Doncic. Wasted no time on that one. Doncic has got the lead up to 6 now for Dallas.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
And George, here we go. And the layup is good. George has got 26.
Well, Paul George has definitely garnered some strength through the years now, and he's developed that over time in the offseason, being diligent with his work ethic and gets through contact on that play.
Hardaway for 3. The 3 for Doncic. Shot clock reset for Dallas. He feeds it to Cauley-Stein. Brunson with a clean look. And another shot. Kleber, the pass to Brunson. Hardaway with a wide open look. Off target from 3-point range. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Okuru. And that one is hammered home.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Overtime in full swing here. 2 minutes off the clock. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. Over Brunson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Again, when you go from second to 4th gear, Paul George puts a lot of pressure on the defense that way.
Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jalen Brunson. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
To the middle. Stolen by Jackson. Leonard with no one around. Buries the triple.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Doncic dishes to Cauley-Stein. Doncic passes to Porzingis, and they get it. They grab their own miss. Cauley-Stein. It drops. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Talk often about physicality of bigger players. Cauley-Stein, one of those guys who fits into that category.
Jackson finds George. Over in the corner, Cousins.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 1 second left to play in the first overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
Making the suffocating defensive play right there.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. Well, and with tip-off coming up, we've got
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Jackson. He's out there with Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4 spot. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Giles. Also Robert Covington out there. Enes Kanter is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2-guard spot.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Lillard bounce pass. Kanter finds Lillard. Shot clock at 6. And the shot is good.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility. And boy, he can strike at any time.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. Makes it off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here's Lillard. To the inside. Gets it to go. That one good from Giles.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Here's George. And it's blocked. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard with the ball. That shot misses. Great tee that time from Leonard. Here's George. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
Pass to Cannon. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
Now here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Here's Kanter. Back to Lillard. 1:57 left here in the first quarter. And Kanter throws it down.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
And there's the pass to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Shoots over Covington. Zubac the pass to Leonard. He feeds it to George. Count it. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Anthony comes in for Giles. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now, here's Lillard. Pass to Anthony. Lillard outside. This one for 3. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
No doubt it's been a bit of a...
Oh!
Yes! Yes! Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
59 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
The Clippers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
One of the more controversial players in the game. What's amazing through all the scrutiny is the consistency of Cousins' production.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Man's checked in, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's Lillard. With the floater, and the layup is good. Lillard's got 6.
And just putting his entire offensive imagination on full display. What a smooth release from Lillard.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Kennard. Nurkic with the block. And they get it back. Feeds it to Cousins. And he banks in the layup.
So they've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 7. Shoots from 14. And with the rebound.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense always a big asset for this team.
Oh, what a shot!
Wow, what a shot. And listen to this place explode.
And so it's Los Angeles with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And there's Jackson, and it's Man in its small forward. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project him to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Cullen passes to Simons. And the rejection by Cousins.
When DeMarcus Cousins is blocking shots, this defense takes on a whole different attitude.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Giles comes in for Anthony. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. It's tipped. Stolen by Kanter. Covington finds Lillard. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry. And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Here's George, again, Los Angeles.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside. looking very comfortable from in there.
Lillard against Leonard. Lillard the pass to Cantor. 1:41 left in the first half. Misses from short range. Here's Leonard, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Clippers leading by 8. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
There's 39 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Simons. No good on that one. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Kennard's checked in. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers trail by 10, and it's McCollum off the drive. Great D that time from Leonard.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight, and the first one at the line is good.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night. I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Lillard with it, looking to end the run. Bucket is good. Lillard's got 8.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 13 points and 1 assist. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Giles is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Here's Covington. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's George finishing it off.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Simons, the pass to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turns things around.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. And's checked in.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For Los Angeles, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throw.
McCollum's checked in for Anthony Simons. Lillard against Leonard. Here's Lillard. He's got 8. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
This is his first free throw of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Enes Kanter, and Jones subbed in for Robert Covington. Clippers leading by 8. Jackson looking it over, and he uses the glass on the layup. Jackson's got 6.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
Pass to Nurkic. Launches it. That shot is off. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And that one's good. Beverly. Beverly's got the lead up to 12 now for Los Angeles.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Pass to Cousins. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Great D that time from Nurkic. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads get down to 8 on the bucket from Carmelo Anthony.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
Jackson dishes to Cousins. Here's Mann. Good on the shot. And the Clippers lead by 10.
One of the best passes at the center position. Just another way Cousins affects scoring.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Down low, Jones. Missed inside.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Yep, it counts. And now it's a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Lillard against Jackson. Back to Lillard for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Lillard's got 15 points.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
Here's Jackson. Shoots over Lillard. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's on Damian Lillard.
The 7-foot wingspan of Reggie Jackson makes him a bigger player inside. Helps him draw fouls.
Giles checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Lillard. There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Simons. The shot's good. Simons has got 4 points in the quarter.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Trailblazers trail by 9. Here's Giles. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 6 points for him.
He is really shouldering the load on the offensive end and doing an outstanding job. But he needs the rest of his team to step up.
Jackson down low. Here's Zubac. Good work defensively by Anthony. Left side, Jones. To the middle. Here's Simons. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists in the game. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Clippers ahead. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's a 5-point game. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Rajon Rondo is out there with Kennard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in at the 4. Rondo kicks to Kennard. And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Here's Leonard.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Here's Anthony. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Leonard, the pass to Beverly. Back to Leonard. The dish to Beverly. The feed to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Stolen by McCollum. They're running. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. Powell pulls it in. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's McCollum, and he makes good on the layup.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Leonard. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Nice move, and the shot goes down.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
And stolen by Cousins. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. That one doesn't go. And it's Portland the other way. Lobs it up for Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Beverly. It's good. And the Clippers lead by 3.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
McCollum finds Anthony. Fires from the line. Anthony. 2 free throws coming. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
McCollum passes to Nurkic. Back to McCollum to tie it up. Oturu with the rebound. Oturu's got his 5th rebound in this one. Yep, that one goes in there.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Lillard dishes to Cantor. Back to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. They get it back.
And his teammates love it. Cantor taking charge on a huge possession. You can just see him brimming with confidence, not afraid of the big moment.
Outside, George. Got it.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Lillard, the pass to Cannon. Back to Lillard. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Clearly a foul.
Gets the first. That shrinks the margin to just 4.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town. And now down to a 1-possession game. Those foul shots, huge.
Lillard against Rondo. Dishes it to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Rondo kicks to George. And it's Portland with the rebound. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game. Huge shots. Tremendous job stepping up in a big way for them at the stripe.
Lillard from outside. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is